Hi guys, my name is Tinashe. I'm with Lady Tshawe Productions. We're super excited for what's going to happen tonight. We're hoping for the best show. She's put a lot of work into this. She's put a lot of practice into this. And, you know, we're just expecting fireworks. So, yeah, let's see.
Okay, hi, my name is Kinda the Music. I'll be playing lead guitar today for Lady Tshawe. Yeah, I'm expecting, you know, a nice turn up, as well as a great session, something that people will like engage to and really like. So yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Hi everyone, my name is Bege from Depth Ravens. I'm so happy today. I'm doing sound for Lady Tshawe. Yeah, I'm using X32 and MacBook here. There I've got two front of house, which is EV and Craft Audios bass beats, and I'm also using Titan monitors, and I'm using two in-ear monitors for drummer and for keyboardist, and I've got two Fender combos there, bass combo and lead combo. I'm so happy to do this sound for these guys. They are so good. You'll hear them. I'm so honored. I hope everything will go well.
Hey yo, this is Daniel D, playing keys, directing for Tshawe.
Hey, what's up, how's it, how are you? This is Chapsy on bass, playing for Lady Tshawe at the Unfrozen concert. So yeah, be sure to check it out. Peace.
Gwen. I'm the owner and bartender of 23rd Bar. We specialize in cocktails, mocktails, and anything bar related for your weddings, parties, events. Basically what we're trying to do is have an all-female bartending company where we specialize in unique cocktails you will not find in any bar. We're here for Shakes. She's a really good friend. We know each other from hockey. Our expectations is that we're able to please people with our drinks. We always like to see people smile when they drink our drinks, and we want them to come back for more, whether they find us at Manchester, whether they find us at a wedding or a birthday party. We expect this event to be a really great event. She's a wonderful poet, wonderful musician, so we do know that entertainment-wise it's going to be spectacular. So our drinks have to definitely match the same energy that she's giving. So you can follow us on 23rd Bar on Instagram and on Facebook.
Hi guys, I'm Mayenzi Ngube. I am Lady Tshawe's backing vocalist. I sing alto. So today's show, we're expecting something intimate and mind-blowing. I really hope you enjoy it as much as we have been during rehearsals.
Sinika umcimbi womculo phakathi namhlanje. Siyalemukela kakhulukazi into esenza sibe lokukhaya ngale ntombazana ukuzinikela kwayo ekwenzeni into yayo. Apho namhlanje ngithi kasihlaleni sonwabe samkele into yale ntokazi yakwaHlola. Asamkeleni-ke uMambanja uqhubungela khaya phakathi kwedolobha kuphela. Isizukulwane sikaSankunya kaMdladla waphosa umkhonto wokulandela. Omkamlankulu Venla umbhakazi abaziphangayo sisemasangeni. Omtingi kaMsisizi kaMabanga. Onsele abakamehlo makhulu siyalamukela.
a mother. But who am I? Maybe the answer you expect is that I'm a poet, an actress, a creator, a director, but does that really define who I am? That defines what I do. But who am I? I am both the sunrise and the sunset, in between the wind and the rain. I am the heat of the sun, the passionate fire burning. I'm a power in the full moon. I am that star shining in the darkness. I'm at times a hater, but most times a lover. I am quiet. I am your leave me alone with my thoughts kind of girl, for I thrive in a pool of quiet. But at times, I thrive in the loudness of the world's noise. Who am I? I am awkward and introvert, but when the mood is just right, I am the life of the party. And I'm a believer in life, a PhD holder of love. But at times, I am chaos, a storm that even the storm chasers cannot catch. I am spirit, with Amanda from the great Queen Umbangazita. I am worship. My being, my whole life is a song of praise to my Creator, Umvelingani. I am shy. I do not know how to dress fashionably, but will create a look that will make people crush on me. I look amazing in makeup, but I cannot wear makeup just to suit the aesthetics of the social world. I really cannot blend in. So who am I? I am everything and nothing. I am my ancestors' wildest dreams come to life. I am she who will be known as the one who took the hinges off the door and let her people in. My name is Lady Tshawe, and tonight I invite you to get to know me a little better. Welcome to Unfrozen Soul. So, Unfrozen Soul is a journey of a young lady trying to find herself in this world of art. But it's also about reflecting. She is reflecting about who she is as a person, but it's also a reflection of who she is spiritually. In my journey, I have encountered quite interesting moments where I ask myself the question, Tshawe, is this exactly what you need to be doing? Is this the person that you need to be? And the answer most of the times is, I don't know. So Unfrozen Soul is trying to unpack that. And it's also trying to show the growth in this lady. So I'm going to share a poem I wrote many years ago. And it's about exes. You know how we've dated and you know there are people that you're just like, I should not have dated that person. And I'm sure a few of us here will actually be able to understand. This is my younger self. So please enjoy this piece called A Story of Exes. When the bass player is getting scared, maybe. Love is like spices with different tastes. A crazy array of scents like first love. You would think it would be quite hard to describe, but somehow the English language has just about the right amount of adjectives to describe my first and deepest heart crack. See, I was probably too naive to understand that some men are like vampires who lure you into their world just to drain you of the very bland love and move on to the next guy who showered you with rose-scent words, lulling you into fantasies that reality laughed at, tossing you around like a basketball into the hands of he who swept me off my feet. He literally mended the cracks of my heart. This time it lasted longer, the relationship that is. You see, I should have known that it was too good to be true because I began finding myself wishing that he would love me. Until I began wishing that he would at least pay me attention. Only to realize that he was in love with the vision and just not the woman. And just like that, he dropped me into the pool of trauma. I found he who seemed to understand me. We didn't fall in love per se. We had an interesting type of relationship. See, I trusted him as I would a brother, but he clearly saw a sister he could take advantage of. Because there was no blood to connect us except the blood of Christ, for he was a man of faith. I shared deep, intricate, intimate parts of me with him, and all he wanted to do was to indulge into the very intricate, intimate parts of my womanhood deeply. He was too ill-managed to ask. He opened me up as a shore to the sea, and it's like he thought he was a god, shoving slimy eels into my untroubled sea. At the back of my mind, I remember saying, surely, some romantic music should be playing in the background and not my ear-shattering screams. Surely, this should be the most passionate, heavenly moment and not this cold, dark passion. For with each thrust, he sent me deeper into the abyss of hate. His mouth tasted like bile. He sweated as would a pig, and I thought that sausages should be delicious, but his provoked me to be a killer wife. For with each thrust, he sent me deeper into the abyss of unforgiveness until I met he who put the pieces of my heart as a child would a puzzle. He embraced the brokenness, and I believed that he loved me, but he had bewitched me. A puppet I was in his hands, for with each punch he gave me, I ran back to his arms for comfort. He was like a drug, addictive. I needed him so much, so I dreamt of him daily. I drank the glory of his beauty until I became an alcoholic for him. I recorded our calls so I could replay his sweet little nothings. I wish that every kiss we shared I could crush them and snip them like cocaine whenever I craved for him. He became like a cigar that melted into the ashtray between my forested chasm. And I hoped, and I wished, that winter would be all year round so that I could just feel his warmth. I tried to stop. Girl, I even went to rehab. But the gaps between stop and start could only be filled by him until I became black and blue, inside and out, trapped in a love that was hate. I had to escape, leaving behind all of me and carrying in my hands shavings of my heart. So it's a big open speaking of sausages when you have your father and your mother. But that is life, where we encounter interesting people in our journey. And life also has also forced us to cry for help. And this next piece is called Drowning. Hope Lady Tshawe, and yeah, and I'll take about 2 to 3 questions. You may just raise your hand and the roving mic will come to you.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm well, thanks, and yourself?
I'm very well. First question, when can I come over to your house for some tea?
I can make you a cup now, if you'd like.
Yeah, I definitely like a cup.
Just come through.
But as I come through and get this cup of tea, my question is, what inspires you to keep writing? Like, for instance, the poem, that one that, for me, it really touched me. The one that you were talking about your exes. You know, I know you don't want to talk about sausages in front of your father, but you did that. But the question is, how do you do that? How can you tell us such intimate stuff? Like, what encourages you to tell us such intimate things? Is that you, by the way, in that story? It's a question. I think that's the question. I went around the bush, but my question is that you in that story?
There are some elements of me. So, my writing process stems from self. There are certain things that I would experience in life, and then I think about the everyday girl. If I'm to say something, would someone else relate to it? And I do my research. This poem was written in 2017, Story of Exes. And if you look now in 2022, it's still relevant because Julian is, you know. So to answer your question, there's some elements of truth in it, but everything else also stems from stories that you hear outside that I tie to make into a poem. That's what I'm saying.
I'm very thank you.
Okay, come get your tea. Is there another question?
When you began, you said there are times you ask yourself, Tshawe, is this what you want? So my question is kind of a continuation of the previous question. When you ask yourself such a question, what then moves you to continue? Because you're here, you're growing, you're a poet, you're producing. So what then moves you to say, this is me, this is Tshawe, this is what I'm going to do and continue doing?
It's purpose. I have to constantly remind myself of my purpose as Tshawe. And my purpose is not just to entertain, but is to touch a life. For me, if someone is inspired and someone's life has changed because of either the words that I speak or the things that I produce and create, I am fulfilling my purpose. So if I remind myself of my purpose, that's what keeps me moving, that's what keeps me going. At times I forget, at times I get frustrated because it's not happening in the way I see it in my head, but there's a funny way how God puts everything back into perspective when I'm at that point of what's going on. So purpose is what keeps me grounded. Thank you.
Good evening, madam. So my question also is linked to what you asked, because when you say when we ask ourselves, who am I? That is a question that we constantly have to ask ourselves, because we experience change throughout life, right? So when you're talking about purpose, do you mean your purpose is constantly redefined or it's constantly added on?
Wow, you're facing think now. I think it's, as we grow, certain things also need to change and we need to adapt. And I believe my purpose doesn't change, but I think it grows. Things get added onto it. But it also, depending on which season I'm functioning in, there is like a certain shift to it. But the core of it being inspirational remains. How that inspiration takes place is the adaptation of it. But the core of my purpose never changes. Because if I say my purpose changes, then it means that my creator changes. And that's my foundation, and that doesn't change. So the purpose will always adapt to where we're at, but the core of it, the root of it, doesn't. It's like a tree. The roots will never change. But because we go through different seasons in life, the leaves will bear fruit in a certain time, and at some point, you know, the leaves are green. That's me. So my purpose is likened to a tree. It will still stand as long as the roots are grounded. The purpose still remains.
Hi, Tshawe.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Thank you. First thing I say, thank you so much for opening up your soul and opening up who you are to us. And to answer the gentleman who spoke about the sausages, I would like to commend the relationship that you have with your father, because you're actually able to open up who you really are even in his presence. So I'd like to applaud you for that. My question is, where do I get the book?
So I have some copies right now for sale.
Okay.
So after the evening is done, I can give you a signed copy and you purchase the book. Thank you. $10. Thank you.
Good evening. Yeah, just a quick question on you speak about the roots. And I admire how, even from your father and yourself, you have a representation of your deep and strong culture. So the question is, how do you balance the elements of culture? Because most of the times, culture and Christianity people have made them feel like they're contrasting, like culture is one way, one system, and Christianity on the other side of this. So in your work and your expression of your art and your roots, how do you balance your culture and your Christianity?
I would like to say that there is no need to balance if you know who you are. And the things that come with being Ndebele and the things that come with my lineage is things that I carry with me. Whether it's your traditional, you're saying Amadlozi and the Christianity. In Dentlingani, I come from a lineage of people who are spiritual. And I've been taught that from early on, as long as I can remember. And for me, it's about embracing every aspect of who I am. If I were to shun away from it, that's when I'll probably need to start balancing. Because if I'm balancing, then it means I'm trying to appease a certain group at some point and appease another group at some point. But for me, I'm at a space right now where I believe I need to be accepted for who I am, what I believe, and how I go about the things that I do. It may come as a shock to most people, it may look a bit weird for most people, but at the end of the day, I'm embracing who I am. My story is still being written. It will only end when I'm 6 feet under, but until then, it's me just showing the world who I am, layer by layer. I hope that answers you.
When I culture, ukulabulela ngesikhiwa. So labantu babo bazophustana kanjani. Abandebele and nabawa ukumama wabo la. The His Excellency just launched e-language conference lapha Boros. Lesikhuluma ukuthi kungcono yethu sithi sithola ama-language yethu, sibe proud ama-language yethu. Ngokucala i-music yakho main isiNdebele, then later on isikhiwa. So sizophustana kanjani, sizolahlekwa kanjani abantu besintu. Thank you.
Thank you so much. As someone who is showing you who she is, it's important for you to see all sides of me. I speak Ndebele. I can try and speak Shona with a Ndebele accent, but I also speak English. And it doesn't take away from the cultural aspect of things. I believe that maybe the mandate that I need to take up now is to ensure that even the work that I write down can get translated not only in my mother tongue, but to different other tongues that we have in the country. And this is for us to be inclusive. So I don't want to say, yes, I'm a cultural person and just think of being a Ndebele, because then I might be tagged as tribalist. But I also just want to be able to embrace people and understand. So when I mix languages, it's me actually just showing you that that's all I can speak. There are some poems in my first book I wrote in French, because that's a language that I've learned as well. I wrote in Mandarin because it's a language that I also can communicate in. And I think with our culture, it's also just important to embrace each other. But yes, I hear you, and we'll see what we can do about that for the future. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And most importantly, thank you to you and to those at home who've been live streaming. Thank you. You are Tshawe's tribe. You make me what I am. Without you, Tshawe doesn't exist, y'all. Thank you. Oh, and to my baby Kai, thank you. Let's do this, guys. the gents that have made this evening possible standing here with me on stage tonight. On soprano, the lovely Laura. much. I just finished my solo show, Unfrozen Soul, and my heart is full. I am so grateful. I am so thankful for the people that came out, for you guys watching at home. Angila, my name. The show was birthed from just a desire to share part of my life with people, and I hope that people got to understand me a little bit better and that they enjoy what I give to them. Thank you so much. It was a lovely evening. I had fun. I experimented with different sounds and styles, but most importantly I shared a message that has been deep in my heart, and thank you once again.